Everyone, welcome back to another quick review. Today we're taking a look at the Transformers animated Elite Guard Bumblebee. This is something I probably wouldn't take a look at just because stuff like Transformers and stuff like that I like taking a look at in packaging, but since stuff like Transformers animated figures are things I probably will not likely find in packaging, I figured I might as well just do a nice little quick review on this thing loose, and as far as I'm aware, I've got everything that comes with them, Got the figure, and I've got his little removable jetpack things, which these do come out. I'll take these off and put them back on in the transformation. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'll take off these car parts too, because on my copy, which I found loose at a flea market, those tend to come off. Nothing's broken. I'm pretty sure it's just that over the years things have loosened up. So these little ball joint connectors, let's try and get that focused. Yeah, these little ball joint connectors will not hold on to the ball joints. So I just tend to keep those off the side, snap together. Let's get that back focused on him. But yeah, it doesn't really hinder him at all. All it really leaves are little ball joints in the back of his leg, but it leaves him with a somewhat cleaner silhouette and somewhat more animation accurate, so it's not that big of a loss to me. I know some people might get mad at that, but I don't really care. Now, anyway, since this is an action figure review channel and a Transformer, I've got to go over his articulation and transformation. So, since this guy is much more articulated than a G1 figure, which I think those might be the Transformers I've reviewed the most, he's got a ball joint at the head and a hinge, so his head can move 360, look up that far. Like, that's crazy up thanks to the ball joint, but his neck doesn't really move that far back. And he looks, on the ball joint, he looks down that far, but with the neck about that far. But with his head extended, with the neck forward, he can look real far down, so you can definitely get him to do that quagmire gavy. At the arm, he's got a ball joint, so of course he can do 360 there. He can't really move out that far because his arms are kind of funky. He does have like somewhat of a double joint at the arm, but it's a very weird one. It's more like a 90 degrees. I'm not really sure you'd consider this a part of the elbow. It's more for how high do you want his arms, and I'm also pretty sure that has something to do with the transformation. But yeah, he doesn't really have a wrist. It's more for a transformation, but you can give him limp wrist, and you can also kind of transform his hand into the stinger, but that's more for a gimmick later. He's got a waist swivel, ball joints at the arms. He can, or not the arms, the legs. He can do splits. He can kick that far forward, that far back, which is pretty good. Pretty weak knee, a swivel at the shin, and a ball and hinge at the foot, which is pretty much for the transformation, but yeah, you can pretty much rotate the foot all like that and back that far. But like I said, that's because of the transformation. Now, his accessories are really only for vehicle mode, but he does have his weapon from the show, which are his stingers, which, to be completely show accurate, you gotta put the hands away and flip the stinger out, which in the show they tended to be separate, but on the toy you can only really get it put together like that. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to put these away and try and see if I can remember his transformation. So for the time being, I'm going to keep these parts off until needed, and I'm going to fumble my way through the transformation. So we split his back up, we arc his back, rotate his waist. Alright, collapse the arms together. That's backwards. Yeah, I'm sorry this is very janky, but I just figured I'd pump out a couple videos tonight. Just because I know there's some people who strangely like watching and laughing at my videos, which, to each their own, they can do what they want. I won't judge, as long as nobody's upset. Then we'll get the feet here, pin them together, get these now that they are ready to be used, slap them on, and really just get the car mode all squeezed together. And there's the car mode. Nice and small, I really like it. You know, it's got the Autobot Elite Guard symbols on both sides, which I didn't mention that in robot mode, but yeah, he's got the special Autobot logo, which I know in the Japanese version of this figure, the Autobot logo is actually the red one with white trim all over, which in my opinion does look a lot nicer, but this is just the American version, which I'm kind of annoyed this is the only Elite Guard version of the Autobot crew we got, because I really would have liked America to have gotten the Elite Guard Optimus and Prowl, but I'm not mad that we got Bumblebee. And anyway, his accessories, the two little speed rockets that you just simply attach to his car mode. Those are actually upside down, I can tell because of the screws. And that was actually just easier to get in. But yeah, there's the car mode with the rockets, because he's a little speed demon. And the car mode rolls. So overall, looking back at this figure, long after I got the original Bumblebee, you know, I'd say he's a mixed bag, but because I'm a huge fan of Transformers Animated, I'm going to love it nonetheless. I love the regular Bumblebee even more. I definitely want to get my hands on that and the rest of the Autobot crew. So yeah, if you want to get it, go ahead and try finding it on eBay. I don't remember how expensive it is. Probably isn't, because I found it at a flea market and got it with a couple other Transformers. But yeah, overall, if you liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. If you want to say something, leave it in the comments. And please like and subscribe.